Long ago, in an old Indian village surrounded by golden wheat fields, tall neem trees, and narrow mud roads, lived an elderly potter named Raghav. His small, clay-walled house stood near the edge of the village, close to a quiet river that flowed slowly, just like his life. The river whispered softly as it moved, carrying stories of time. But Raghav rarely listened anymore. Every morning, before the sun fully rose, and while the sky was still painted in pale orange and pink, Raghav sat beside his pottery wheel. His hands moved with skill, shaping wet clay into pots, lamps, and bowls. The sound of the spinning wheel was familiar, steady, and comforting. Yet inside his chest, his heart remained restless, heavy with thoughts that refused to fade. Raghav was known throughout the village as a hardworking man, but also as a lonely one. He spoke little and smiled rarely. Villagers greeted him with respect, but they also sensed a deep sadness within him. Children hesitated to come near his shed, afraid of his silence. Elders whispered among themselves that Raghav lived more in memories than in reality. Though his hands worked in the present, his mind was trapped in yesterday. In his younger days, Raghav had been very different. He was full of dreams and ambition. He laughed easily and believed the world was waiting for him. His father Mohan was also a potter, simple, calm, and deeply wise. Mohan believed that life moved at its own pace, just like clay on a wheel. Often while working together, Mohan would say, "Son, patience shapes clay, and patience shapes life." Raghav admired his father, but youth made him restless. He wanted success quickly. He wanted his pots to travel beyond the village, to be sold in distant towns and busy markets. He dreamed of recognition, wealth, and respect. Waiting felt like weakness to him. One year fate seemed to smile upon him. A rich trader from the city visited the village. He stopped at Raghav's shed and examined his work carefully. Impressed by the smooth finish and strong design, the trader placed a large order: pots, oil lamps, water jars, and storage vessels. It was the biggest opportunity of Raghav's life. Raghav's heart raced with excitement. He worked day and night, ignoring hunger, sleep, and his tired body. His father watched him silently, worry in his eyes. When the pots were finally ready, dark clouds gathered in the sky. The air grew heavy, and the wind carried the scent of rain. Mohan gently placed a hand on his son's shoulder and said, "Let us wait until morning. The road will be safer." But Raghav refused. Fear of losing the trader's trust pushed him forward. His ambition shouted louder than his father's wisdom. That night, rain fell heavily. The mud roads turned slippery. As Raghav's cart moved along a rocky path, one wheel cracked. The cart tilted. Pots fell and shattered, breaking into countless pieces. The sound of clay breaking echoed like thunder in Raghav's chest. The trader never returned. Soon after that terrible night, Mohan fell ill. His body weakened quickly, and within weeks, he passed away. As Raghav stood beside his father's funeral fire, guilt wrapped around him like chains. In his heart, he believed his impatience had stolen everything: his opportunity, his peace, and his father. Years passed, but Raghav never forgave himself. He kept the broken pots behind his shed, hidden yet always present, like open wounds. Every cracked pot became a reminder of his failure. Every day, he punished himself with memories. He survived, but he never truly lived. Seasons changed, but Raghav remained the same: silent, burdened, and lonely. One summer, a young boy named Arjun came to the village to stay with his uncle. Arjun was curious, energetic, and full of questions. He ran through fields, climbed trees, and explored every corner of the village. One hot afternoon, while wandering near the river, he discovered Raghav's pottery shed. Inside, he saw the old man working quietly. The spinning wheel fascinated him. He stood silently for a long time, watching clay transform under Raghav's hands. Finally, Arjun spoke softly, "Baba, why do you still make pots if they break?" Raghav paused. His hands stopped moving. After a moment, he replied, "Because breaking is part of my fate." Arjun frowned, confused. "But you still try," he said. "That means hope lives." Raghav did not reply, but something stirred within him. Day by day, Arjun began visiting the shed. He fetched water, cleaned tools, and listened to Raghav's stories. Slowly, words returned to the old man's lips. Arjun noticed how Raghav's eyes carried pain, like an unspoken storm. One evening, as the sun dipped low, Arjun pointed toward the pile of broken pots behind the shed. "Why keep these?" he asked. "So I never forget," Raghav answered. Arjun picked up a sharp shard without thinking and cut his finger. Blood appeared instantly. He winced but did not cry. "Holding broken things hurts," he said softly. That simple sentence struck Raghav like lightning. That night, Raghav could not sleep. Memories returned, the rain, the broken cart, his father's words. But for the first time, he questioned them. He realized he had been punishing himself longer than necessary. The next morning, Raghav visited the village temple. He sat quietly while the priest listened patiently. After a long silence, the priest said, "The past is a lesson, not a prison. Learn from it, but do not live inside it." Raghav returned home changed. That day, he and Arjun shaped a pot together. Raghav focused fully on the present, the cool clay, the steady wheel, his breathing. For the first time in years, his hands felt light. That evening, Raghav carried the broken pots to the river. One by one, he released them into the flowing water. "I remember," he whispered, "but I will live now." The river carried the shards away. From that day, Raghav smiled more. He taught children pottery. Laughter returned to his shed. Traders came again, but this time, Raghav did not rush. Peace became his true success. And so, in that quiet Indian village, an old man learned that life exists only in the present, and freedom begins when the past is released. This story teaches us that carrying yesterday's pain does not protect you, it only delays your happiness. Forgive yourself, release the burden, and allow today to shape a better tomorrow. If this story touched your heart, don't let it end here. Subscribe to the channel for more stories that heal, inspire, and remind us what truly matters in life.